Hello, and welcome to episode 2 with Raven, Daughter of Light. Today I will be talking about lost souls, earthbound souls, and visiting souls. Okay, what are lost souls? What are earthbound souls? What are visiting souls? These are interesting questions, ones that paranormal investigators find when they investigate. At the same time, along with other souls that choose to be earthbound. Okay, let's start with lost souls. From what I have learned, although you cannot take it as fact since we can never really know until the day we leave this world, this is my own opinion, so I want to make sure that's clear to everyone listening. Lost souls are people who were taken from this world by either a quick and tragic death, murder, and or suicide. Imagine if you die suddenly without time to register it. You wander around not knowing where you are or what happened. You see and go around people you know, talking to them as if you are alive, but not understanding why they don't respond. They think they are still alive. In time, in some cases, this is recognized, but then they decide to stick around because they are not ready to leave their life, although they no longer have a life. And that's one of the most interesting things is why would you stick around? Well, maybe they love their life so much and they love being a part of this world, they just can't leave it. Anyways, in some cases, it's fear of what to expect if they move on to the next world or realm. The longer, the others because they cannot accept that they are dead, continuing to exist in a place, although they are not able to be heard, earthbound. So, when a paranormal investigator comes to a place they are existing in and find they can be heard, they are eager to reach out for help. But some paranormal investigators don't do anything to help these spirits, but document that they are not out there. This I do not like, because if a spirit reaches out and says, "Help me," then you should do whatever you can to help them. So here's the thing. I watch a lot of paranormal shows, and I see different ways people do things and how they document things. And they register and they document. Some do try to help, but others just document it. Okay, so this is a haunted place. There are spirits around. But what I hate is when you hear a spirit says, "Help me." Okay, why wouldn't you want to help them? Instead of just documenting and recording, okay, it's haunted. Wow, yes, great. They asked for help. But if they're asking for help them. Don't just let them be there. I mean, a lot of these spirits are stuck too. I mean, they just can't move on. And that's something I didn't bring into what I was talking about, but just thinking about it, I mean, there are spirits for whatever reason are stuck and they don't know how to move on. Maybe it's their guilt or how they live their lives. They just can't seem to leave. And that's really heartbreaking. So if someone calls for help, maybe they can't move on because they don't know how. They don't know what to do. And in a lot of cases, all they have to do is believe and choose to give up and let go whatever is holding them earthbound and free themselves to move on to the next world. To me, I know it sounds very simple, but spirits and soul, they don't always think that way. They don't always realize that's all they have to do. Now, these ones who fear what to expect, well, maybe they've done some pretty bad things when they're alive. And if they go, they're very afraid to be judged. Here's my thinking on judgment, which would be part of an episode. I think I discussed it in episode 1 a bit. But judgment, there's no judgment. There's no judgment. You should never be afraid, because when you go to the other side, it's only a love, welcoming love. Such powerful, and sometimes maybe they get that light and that feeling of love, like wanting them to come over, but maybe they just don't feel like they're good enough to accept that love. So they just can't see themselves going into that light and being embraced by that love. And maybe it's just too much for them. And maybe they just need time to accept everything. There's so many different possibilities. And again, we're never going to truly know until the day we finally move to the other side. And then all our questions will be answered. Okay, moving on. So, these are lost and earthbound souls. I am sure you have your own ideas, and I would love to hear what they are. So, please click on my website link and leave your comments or questions you may have. I'd love to hear what you think, and I'd be more than happy to answer any kind of questions. All right, let's move to visiting souls. Visiting souls to me are people who passed to the other side and chose to return to visit family members and friends. And the way you can tell when they are around, you will have a flash of memory about this person or a smell, something that reminds you of them. This is them visiting, saying hello. So when this happens, acknowledge them by saying hello and thank you for coming. Well, thank you for listening, and please use my website connected to this podcast to leave your comments of what you think or anything you would like to know, and I will do my best to answer them for you. So, thank you, and have a good day.